Hey guys, Slightly Drunk Gaming here, and today I just wanted to talk a little bit about economy of positioning. What I mean by economy of positioning is essentially every single thing that you do, and this applies more to the support class, especially when you're running those MMGs, everything that you do essentially costs you something. So you have to think about your positioning more than any other class. And I wanted to just show a little bit of gameplay here where I made some good calls, I made some bad calls, and just kind of help you change your mindset when you're playing this class, especially when you're using these weapons. Right there you can see we pushed up onto the point, we turned around, we got the guys who were going for the flank. Same thing here, right? You push up a little bit, pick your targets. You know, right here I'm exchanging a lot of firing into that, but you have to think about when it's smart to pull back, when it's smart to disengage. Same thing here, right? You know, I'm watching that flank because I'm expecting what's going to happen. Now in this particular match I wasn't playing with squad mates, I was playing with randos. And when you're playing with randos, that's also going to change how you have to think about your positioning. Because you're not on comms with these guys, so you can't really be telling them, oh, okay, you know what, here, watch the west, watch the east, oh, look at 360, stuff like that. So here, I ended up changing my whole angle to make sure that the guys on Alpha weren't going to get flanked. I didn't do a particularly good job of it. As you can see, I miss, and then he shreds my teammate there, and then I fall for some reason, because that's how it goes. But you really have to think. This is probably the biggest mistake that I made this whole round, outside of I kept going back up onto that train car. If they had been smart, they would have pushed up that train car and they would have shredded me. If I had been playing with dedicated squad mates, then I would have actually had people who would have been able to push up with me, and we would have been able to leapfrog. In this particular situation, I was sitting there and I was like, oh, you know what, I'm going to try and push Bravo. This is the worst thing that you can do with this class. This is not how this class was designed to play. It's not playing into any of its strengths. And as you can see here, this guy's going to come around the corner and I'm going to go full potato. We both kind of actually went full potato there. But I'm going to lose this. And I mean, I'm going to lose it badly. Yep, right there. Play to this class strengths. Oh, this one's actually really funny, so yeah. You have to think about where you're positioning yourself, more so than any other class. Assault, you can get out of some kind of hairy situations just by being intelligent, you know, and you can get out of it based on your skill. With MMGs, you can be a really skilled player, but if you catch yourself in the wrong position, you're going to pay the price. I mean, there's no two ways about it. Same thing here, you know, I'm pushing up, I'm trying to provide covers fire for these guys. I don't spend almost any time on the point in this round, which is a big detriment to our team for sure. If I had been smart, then I would have actually spent more time actually PTFOing, but I didn't. It's all about just choosing your angles, being patient. That guy right there, if he had gotten through, he probably would have gotten 2 or 3 kills. You have to think about not just where you are, but you have to think about where the whole rest of your team is. It requires a change and a shift in mindset, as opposed to some of the other classes where you can just run and gun and you can do your own thing. No, this genuinely is you acting as the base for the rest of your squad and for the rest of your team to pivot around. Right here you can see, lose a little bit of an angle, trying and find those guys in there. You know, with the support class, you can also afford to go fishing a little bit. At the same time, just exactly like I said earlier, economy of positioning. Every single time you fire, there's a risk and a reward benefit there, right? You have to sit there and you have to think, all right, I'm sending rounds down range. Am I letting people know where I am? Do I need to shift? Can I stay here for a little bit longer? Do I need to move? And right there, you can see, fired a bunch, Didn't really get anything accomplished. Got shredded. Economy of positioning. I cannot stress that enough. Shift up where you are. I had been on the right side of that train a bunch of different times. Now this time I'm actually going to just shoot at my own teammate because I'm a terrible player. Yep, there we go. Yep. Shoot at the blueberry because reasons. And this is actually this poor guy. I felt kind of bad for him, but I didn't really. That was on him. He should have seen me. This position, great position. Problem, your visibility is greatly reduced. Economy of positioning, right? I'm super covered in here. It's going to be hard to kind of get those headshots on me. At the same time, I'm also not really contributing a whole lot to my team. It's something that you have to think about with this class. All right, am I going to trade some effectiveness in my field of fire for a little bit more safety? Or am I going to crawl up on this, be super exposed to any sniper who's going to decide to shoot, but have a better field of fire? At the end of the day, you as the support, you need to figure it out. You need to think about it. Disengage. They pop smoke. They know they can block my whole field of view right there. All right, so let's just wander back a little bit. Get the incendiary off, try and prevent them from going for the res. And at the same time, since my whole field of view is blocked, alright, fine. If you're going to go for the flank, I'm going to just turn around. You know, you can sometimes bait guys into coming up to get you just because they're anticipating that you're not turning around. Right here, made a really bad mistake. I kept looking at this area. I have no field of fire. I can't really see anything. I should have just pulled out. You know, I'm firing a whole lot, and at this point, you can even hear the guy sneaking up behind me, I think. He's there, I think, in a second. Yeah, no. Like I said, a lot of fire, not a lot accomplished. Same thing here, right? Great position. I mean, if you could actually shoot. I can't. Potato! Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. But at the end of the day, super in cover. It's a good spot. This spot I really, really like as far as having a lot of cover is concerned. But the same problem applies. You know, it's a great spot if you want to be protected, but it's not really going to be doing your teammates a whole lot of favors. I got lucky there. If you guys like these videos, let me know. Comment down below. I can do more of these if you want. Subscribe to the channel, leave a like, leave a comment, and I'll see you guys around.